I remember when I was young, my dad would have me assist him in some of the projects that he'd be working on. One of those things were to work on his car. And I remember I was kind of the water boy of sorts. He would say, "Hey, Andy, I need this. Go get it." And I would go look for it, and I would return with nothing because I could not find it. And I remember in those moments, my dad used to be pretty aggravated because I couldn't find it. Fast forward a few years, and now I'm a dad, and I will be working on a project, and it might not be the car, but it might be something else, and I'll ask my children to go find something for me. I'll tell them exactly where it is and how to get to it, and they will return with nothing. I think you relate. Because today what I want to talk about is continue in the 2 Chronicles 7:14. We've just been kind of resonating on this verse that says, "Then if my people who bear my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their evil ways, I will hear from heaven, forgive their sins, and heal their land." We've been going through these words more or less one by one. And today I want to talk about that word seek. And just to kind of hit, straightforward, just get right to it. Man, to seek means to seek, to find. It's not the seeking that I did when I was a young child, where I sought and I kind of made effort. And now my kids kind of do the same thing. And, again, has a lot to do with maturity. But it has a lot to do with understanding the responsibility that you have personally. And so when I looked at this word seek, again, as you know, I like jumping into some of these words to kind of help understand some of these, the deeper meaning of it. And the one that kind of jumped off of the page was the story of Joseph. And he had been in Egypt for many years, and Joseph had interacted with his brothers later in life, and he had asked for his youngest brother to come visit him. And Judah went back to his dad and asked if he could bring Benjamin, and he made this proclamation and this promise. Judah said this: he promised that he would not lose sight of Benjamin. There was an intensity in that promise, and in intensity and focus on what was important and what Judah was going to do with Benjamin. He was not going to let Benjamin out of his sight. And so the first question that I'd like to ask you today is this: is how serious are you in finding God? Are you seeking to find? See, I think in order for us to really have this intensity in seeking in order to find, then we need to begin to hunger for better things. There are so many good things in this world, and obviously there are some things that are really, really bad. But I believe that this time right now, when we're lonely, we're anxious, we don't really know what to do with our time. It's just natural to begin to just fill it with a bunch of things. And I think these are the times where we lean in and begin to learn to seek for better things. Instead of just good things, to seek for great things. I was listening to a pastor, and he said this. He said, "This is not the time to get addicted to porn or pork or to get fixated on our problems." That's pretty good. Here's the deal. When we're hungry for something, we'll end up leaning on something else. And these are the moments, these are the times where we're called to begin to lean in and seek God, to seek Jesus, not kind of, but with this intensity and this aggression of saying, "Lord, I am going to seek until I find you. I am going to stay here until I hear you speak, for your child is listening.